Well, we're excited to start our conference play this weekend against Colorado College. Coach Scott Owens has a tremendous record there with his program, national championships, contenders all the time. So we're real excited. As you said, they've got a lot of speed. They've got a lot of offensive talent. Haven't naturally shown as much as they're capable of yet this season, but they're a very dangerous team, and we're looking forward to the challenge of matching up against them. Well, it was certainly great to see some pucks go in the net after the Notre Dame series where we didn't score. We thought both games in Alaska that we were very assertive in our game at both ends. We had good puck protection. Our time of possession was solid. So we think that the goals that we scored were earned goals. We went hard to the net. We put pucks in the net and took advantage of our opportunities. What has me most excited about the new conference, I guess it's the unknown. It's trying to figure out how we match up. We've played some of these teams in the past 2 years in non-conference games, but to be matching up against teams like this on a regular basis now in conference play, it's going to be a real challenge for us, and we're excited to see where we sit. We're obviously a very young team in terms of league play and this college season, but we're excited about the opportunity. But I guess to me, the big thing would be the unknown. We feel good about our team, but we know we're playing against some very tough opponents. Well, we've taken way too many penalties. Very easy for me to sit here and say it's bad officiating, but it doesn't work that way. If you expect to correct the problem, you've got to correct it yourselves, and we have to know how the officials are calling the game, and we haven't been very smart about it. We thought we did a better job up in Alaska, and to me, you want to get scoring chances. You want to create offense. You can't be sitting in the penalty box. What you're doing is you're taking your offensive players out of rhythm, and you're having to be back in your heels and play defense. So it's an important issue for us is our discipline, and it's very surprising for us that the first 3 games went the way they did with just way too many penalties, because last season we were one of the more disciplined teams in college hockey and have been for 2 years. So it's something we've got to take note of, and officials are going to call the game the way they justify the rules, and we've got to adapt to that. We've played 3 of our first 4 games this season on the road, fairly tough venues when you talk about the first one being at Notre Dame, one of the better teams in the country, and then going to Alaska is always a real tough trip. So we're excited to come back home and play our second game here. Didn't play very well in our home opener. We play real hard in our building as we want to play in any building, but our fans energize our team. It's the most exciting building in college hockey. And when you ask me about one of the things that I want to see in this new season, the new conference, so on, is just the look on the faces of our opponents when they walk into Lawson Arena and see our lunatics going crazy. I mean, the energy we have in our building is very special. Well, what I would ask our fans to do is check the national championship record and NCAA appearances and take a look at the teams that are the teams accomplishing that, and it's all the teams in our conference, the new NCHC. It's exciting. I mean, there's going to be rivalries built up going forward here now with these new teams, and we're excited to get it started this weekend. Well, do I expect a defensive struggle? I think, the base of hockey is to be solid defensively, but we attempt always to play defense by playing good offense, and we think if you have the puck, you can supplement your defensive play. So I don't think either team wants to play defensive hockey. He's probably looking at the scoring on the part of the Tigers from Colorado, and he's looking at our scoring in the first 2 games against Notre Dame, and he's anticipating a defensive struggle. I don't think either coach is expecting that. Both teams have to be solid defensively. They'll be well organized, well prepared for us as we expect to be for them. But, you got to score to win, and we're going to be doing everything we can to put the puck in the net. Our concern about the Tigers is their speed. They've got one of the better coaches in college hockey, and we know that they lost on the weekend, so they're going to come in here angry. And we need to make sure that we're stepping up. When that puck is dropped at 7:05 on Friday night, we need to be ready because we expect the Tigers team to be in here fired up. What's my thoughts on the progress of our defense? We've had 2 weeks to practice here. We've done a lot of individual work with our players, either through video or specific things on the ice. And, there's no question we've got to continue to improve, but that's at every position, whether it's goaltender, forward, or defense. We're starting 3 first-year defensemen on the blue line, and that's our challenge for you. But we think they're adapting. Again, to me, one of our biggest issues is we need to have more puck possession offensively. Our forwards need to hang on to the puck more. We don't want to be a team that dumps the puck in and doesn't do it for a reason. We're a team that likes to carry the puck in when possible, lay it behind them on an indirect pass. When you put the puck behind a defenseman and go get it, that's just an indirect pass. That's not a dump and chase. We just have got to have more pucks offensively and keep the heat off our defensemen. That's something we did better in the 2 Alaska games. We had more puck possession, more time of possession in the offensive zone than we did against Notre Dame. We moved Mike McKee up to forward, and that's something that will happen at different times this year based on our opponent. We were playing a very aggressive Fairbanks team and needed a little bit more physical authority up front and thought he could do the job there. Actually, Mike is one of our fastest skaters end-to-end, and he certainly used that in the game. And he's a guy that, when the pucks drop for games, he steps up and plays. And we thought he made a couple of really good plays, and he played forward the majority of his career up until junior hockey, so he's a guy that's played a lot there. I know Mike Babcock, the coach of the Red Wings, sees him as a forward going forward, and he'll be playing both with us this year. And that's one of the things that we like about Mike is he's got that flexibility to be a forward or a defenseman. Team chemistry, obviously your chemistry is a lot better when you win. Everybody's feeling better about themselves. They got a smile on their face, and it was a long trip up to Alaska. We were together for a long time. I mean, we could have gone to Russia and back in about the same type of time frame there. But it was a great trip. We like going up there. The people are very friendly and treat us very well. Our opponents are always tough when we get up there. But our guys stuck together. We're playing against teams that are ready for you. Been sitting at home. They played at home the previous weekend as well, so they were ready for us. But I liked how our team pulled together. We did a lot of things off the ice. We went curling, and Adam Bodner sitting here was one of the standouts in the curling tournament there as well. But we had a lot of fun, and obviously when you win a couple of hockey or you win a game and you tie one, you put a stamp on that, and you're feeling pretty good about yourselves on a long trip back home. We got back home here, I think, about 5:30 in the morning there, so we were together for a long time.
I'm very fortunate to play in both leagues starting off this year. The CCHA was a great league. I was fortunate enough to win a CCHA championship there, and we kind of know what it takes to win a championship. But the strength of schedule this year, a lot of tough teams. Any league you play in, it's going to be a grind every night. So we just need to push forward and take every game one step at a time. Yeah, coming in as a freshman, when I committed here, the team was more on the downside. I think they won 4 games that year. Coming in with Coach Blashill, being a freshman, and with that group of seniors, that leadership that they showed us, it was a really big step forward for this program and for us as individuals. So taking in, what Coach Blashill taught us, and now with Coach Murray, I think that as our group of seniors definitely has the leadership that it takes to get the job done. Well, we saw a lot of good things going up in Alaska. We saw a lot of good things from different players, and as a team, we took that big step forward. Got our first win the first night up there, and it just started clicking. We didn't get the result we wanted the second night in Alaska in the championship game, but we definitely learned a lot of good things and saw a lot of good things from our players that give us that motivation that strive to continue the good play, and that's what we're working on. Yeah, we don't have that familiarity. I haven't been able to watch those other teams play that are in our conference, and we haven't met with them yet. But I know they have their rivalries, and I'm sure we will too, starting soon. But we look forward to these matchups. They're tests for us as a team, and for our coaching staff, and for our university, and we're excited and we're ready to take that challenge. I would definitely say it's a tough place to play. I would think if I was on the away team playing here, I would see how great the environment is. Got 4,000 fans, and you got a great student section yelling in your ear. They support us on every play. They're the most loyal fans that I've seen in college hockey, and I can't say any more great things about them. It's a tough environment, and they definitely help us play at home. I wouldn't want to sit in that penalty box on their side. I've been in the box before with the other team on that side, and there's a lot of things said, a lot of cheering, as if you would call it, and they let them know where they're at, and they do a good job. It's exciting, and they're great fans. We gotta be ready from the drop of the puck. When the game starts, when that puck's dropped, all 20 guys, we gotta be into it. Talking about their speed and their skill, we have to take away their time and space. That's the definition of offense, and we need to get on their minute players, and we need to take the game to them and use our speed and our size to our advantage. My favorite color is actually blue, and I don't know if anyone knows this, but I'm colorblind, so I struggle a lot with the colors, and I have to ask guys here and there, is that purple, is that blue, is that red, is that green? But yeah, my favorite colors, my favorite colors are brown and gold, but personally, I like blue.